Today, I'm going to tell you some things about the village's newest neighborhood that might surprise you. I'm at Middleton, the newest family neighborhood in the villages. Today, I'm going to tell you some things that you should know about this newest family neighborhood, including what a family neighborhood is. In fact, that's the first thing on my list. I'm also going to tell you 4 other things about Middleton because I'm pretty good at counting to 5. So let's go. The first thing you should know is that Middleton is the newest family neighborhood in the villages. Its character is really quite different from the rest of the family neighborhoods that you can currently find in the villages. So what is a family neighborhood? The vast majority of the villages is a 55 and up community. This means, by Florida law, that in the neighborhoods, at least 80% of houses must have one resident that is 55 and up. The remaining 20% of residents may be under the age of 55, but imagine that I just said may in italics, as it's a bit more complicated than that. However, it's important to note that children under the age of 19 may not be residents of a 55 and up community. The end result is that families with children under the age of 19 can't live in the villages. Now, if you've got your thinking fedora on, you may see an issue here. If the villages is a retirement community, then who's going to be running the events, or working in the stores or the nail salons, or running the transportation or the medical facilities? Enter family neighborhoods. These are neighborhoods that are part of the villages, but not part of the village's 55 and up community. This means that families can live in the villages in a villages-like home, but while they do have access to the town squares, as does the rest of the public, they do not have access to the village's 55 and up retirement amenities. They do, however, have their own amenities: swimming pools, sports facilities, and playgrounds. Plus, unlike the rest of the villages, they also have access to the county schools for which they're zoned. When I moved with my family back from France to the United States about a decade ago, we checked out the family neighborhoods that were available at that time. To be honest, I wasn't very impressed. They were created by the villages, but they didn't seem to have the sort of feel of the villages that the rest of the community had. They just didn't seem to offer the village's lifestyle. Please be aware that I'm not putting down the other family neighborhoods in the villages. They just weren't quite what we were looking for at the time. We ended up moving to Celebration, Florida, a town that was created by the Walt Disney Company and is also the neighborhood closest to the Disney parks. We ended up living there for about a decade. It was a great place to raise a family, and it's also about an hour and 15 minutes away from the villages, which is where my parents lived. Fast forward to today, and the villages has created the Middleton community. It seems to me that those things that were lacking when I was checking out the family neighborhoods back in the day are now present in this neighborhood. Residents of Middleton still don't have access to the fabled village's amenities. However, Middleton has its own amenities, its own town square, and its own active lifestyle. Only this active lifestyle includes families. The second thing you should know about Middleton is that it has its own town square, and I'm standing there right now. Here, you'll find shops, restaurants, a bank, an orthodontist, a nail salon, and even a splash pad. I assume that's for the kids, but if you want to go jump on in there, I'm not going to stop you. There are also Middleton-specific events. For example, fall has arrived here in the villages, and so there are a series of fall activities in Middleton, including the Middleton Mingle. The village's charter school had its homecoming parade here in Middleton downtown. And of course, there are always the town squares of the villages that are available for the public to go and visit for nightly entertainment. I think this is pretty great. It's nice to know that you live in a neighborhood that was built around you and your family, and not simply in a neighborhood that you're living in because it's adjacent to a neighborhood that you really don't have access to. The next thing I'm going to tell you about is the village's charter schools. So you're the largest retirement community in the world, and a great place for retired people to live. But you're also located in the middle of nowhere, Florida, surrounded by pastures and swampland. So here's the big question. How do you attract good workers to come and help run this retirement community? One solution that the villages came up with was to open a set of high-quality educational facilities that are the village's charter schools. The Middleton Educational Hub was created as part of the village's plan to attract high-quality workers to the village's community. A child may attend the school if one or both parents works for the villages or for a qualifying partner organization. The new Middleton campus brings together a preschool, elementary education, middle school education, and a high school with modern athletic and performance facilities. What surprises me is how big it is. There are apparently a lot of people who work for the Villages or for its partner organizations. The Villages Charter School is located within the downtown area. The school mascot is the buffalo, and the colors are green and gold, very Villages-esque, I must say. When I was exploring the downtown, there were lots of kids there who had just been released from their last class and were mingling in the area. I also saw lots of students at the sports field or lugging their instruments to the Performing Arts Center. Little known fact, I played the tuba in my middle school band, so I know what that's like. It must be fantastic to have a world-class performing arts center available for the students who want to do music or theater. At our school, we had performances in the gymnasium. The next thing you should know about Middleton is that it offers plenty of options for family fun and recreation. There are swimming pools, playgrounds, sports facilities, and even kayaking and fishing to be found in a series of parks throughout the neighborhood. There are walking trails, dog parks, and outdoor fitness centers. Is there pickleball? Of course there's pickleball. If you're a young adult living in Middleton with your family, you should get your kids into pickleball now, so that by the time they retire and live in the Villages, they can dominate. Yes, it does appear that my brain has been truly pickled. The final thing you should know about Middleton is that there are plenty of homes that you can choose from here. Middleton offers a wide variety of home plans. Many of them are the standard 3-bedroom, 2-bath models you'll find all over the Villages, but others are much larger and have 4 or 5 bedrooms. Some even have an upstairs and a downstairs laundry room. I didn't know I needed that until I came here. Homes can be purchased in 4 different tiers. The first 3 tiers are called Playground, Recess, and Field Day, just in case you forgot that this was a family neighborhood. And they start at around 1,400 square feet. The final and most expensive tier is called The Range, and it features homes from 1,600 to 3,300 square feet in size. I've toured several of these models in what the Villages calls the Street of Dreams. This is a street that has a variety of different floor plans all located on the same street, and you can go from house to house checking out the different models. It was fun to go with some friends and check out the different houses and also to see how they were decorated. That's always a good time. So there you have my introduction to Middleton, the Villages' newest family neighborhood. It's been fun visiting the area from time to time and watching it come to life. If you'd like to learn more about what's happening in the Villages, please subscribe because that's what I'm here for. If you're curious about the Villages, I'm here with answers, advice, or even just a conversation about America's friendliest hometown. And if you're interested in moving to, from, or within the Villages, please let me know because I can certainly help with that. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.